Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Bible in 1 Year with the Preacher's Husband. Today, we're going through Psalm 119, but not the whole thing, just 1 through 88. Just the first 88 verses, and that's all. Just that little dab. That's all we get today. Tomorrow, we're doing 1 Kings chapter 3 and 4, and also doing 2 Chronicles chapter 1, and also Psalm 72. So there's a list for tomorrow. So we'll jump right into it. Now, Psalm 119, of course, is the longest book of the Bible, but it is an acrostic par excellence. It means the 8 verse sections are arranged according to the order of the Hebrew alphabet. Nearly every verse contains one of the 8 words for God's revelation as well, and those words are instruction, decree, precept, statute, command, judgment, promise, and word. I found that to be pretty interesting. We're not going to go through this as we normally would on a normal day because I don't want to mess up the beauty of all this, especially with my botched pronunciations. But I do want to show you a little bit about the Hebrew alphabet. And of course, you'll see on the right side here the ancient Hebrew alphabet. Those are the ancient Hebrew letters. And notice there were 23 of those. But over here on the left, there was only 22 modern Hebrew letters. That's because some letters had 2 symbols per letter. In some versions of the Hebrew alphabet, there were actually 27 letters, but like the Dal or Dalet had 2 different ones. Nun had 2 different ones. Mem had 2 different ones. And of course, you see at the end on the right, the very bottom right-hand corner, Ga is Ayin. And I was thinking, you know what? I wonder what made them drop that out. They probably saw these 23 letters in here and they said, Ga, there's too many. Which one we going to drop? Ga. Oh, we'll drop that one out. So they dropped that one out. No, that's probably not how it was. But anyway, that's how much I know about the Hebrew alphabet. So there you are. So what we're going through is the first 11 sections of Psalm 119. Each section has 8 verses, and we'll get started. So, of course, there's the A section that has verse 1 through 8, and one verse that stuck out to me was verse 9. It's right after Bet, or B-E-T-H as it says here. It says, "How can a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed according to your word." And there's a lot of history connected with Psalm 119. For instance, Woodrow Wilson placed his hand on Psalm 119 as he took the presidential oath of office in 1913. And also that verse I just read to you, verse 9, it reminded me of Fisher Ames. Now, Fisher Ames, he lived from 1758 to 1808. This was one of our founders and a politician who helped formulate the Bill of Rights. And he stated, "We have a dangerous trend beginning to take place in our education. We're starting to put more and more textbooks into our schools. We've become accustomed of late of putting little books into the hands of children containing fables and moral lessons. We are spending less time in the classroom on the Bible, which should be the principal text of our schools. The Bible states these great moral lessons better than any other man-made book." I found that very interesting. So how can a young man cleanse his way? Just as the Bible asked here in verse 9. And it says right afterwards, "By taking heed according to your word," and studying the Bible. Another thing of interest to me as I went through here, the Aleph and Beth and Gimel and Daleth and He and then Wal. The WAW actually is VAV in some, depending on how you pronounce it, I guess. And Zayin and Heth. That one stuck out to me, Heth, because in the CSB the word is CHETH, or Chet instead of Chet instead of Heth. So HETH or CHETH. Which one is it? You've heard the word Hanukkah, right? Well, sometimes you see it with a CH at the beginning instead of just a H. That's the reason, because sometimes it's a CH, sometimes it's a H. Don't know why. Just is what it is. But then we go through Teth and Yod and Kaf. So there we have the first 11 of Psalms. Tell me what stuck out to you. What are some of the verses that really touched you in Psalm 119? I look forward to seeing your responses. That's all I got for today. That's it for the Bible in 1 Year with the Preacher's Husband. Tune in tomorrow for another exciting episode, and we'll see you then.